class of 21 was a joint venture between Canon and the Drum to really help a group of people who had been really badly affected by the weird period we've just lived through. Can you imagine what it'd be like being a student, a particularly creative student, where you've spent your whole educational life building up to one moment, which is your degree show. But for the cohort of students over 2020 and 21, many of them had that opportunity lost because the degree shows, of course, were cancelled. So we were worried that actually this group could become a bit of a lost generation. So the class of 2021 was to really give them a chance to sort of get onto the career ladder, help them get jobs, become known, and also help the industry find some really great talent.
I am Emma Bentley. I just graduated from the University of Gloucestershire and I studied advertising.
Hi Emma.
Hello. I came across the class of 2021 online, but I also mentioned it to my course leader and he already knew about it. He told me to go for it. He sent round an email to everyone telling them to just put your work forward, put your work out there. I thought it was a great initiative from the get-go, sort of like a shout out to all of us students that were leaving, that we haven't been forgotten about. I know a lot of university degree shows didn't get to actually happen this year, and this really allowed us to be seen by way more people, especially people that read the Drum, which is huge.
My name is Emma Critchley-Lloyd. I am the founder of Big Little London. We are a digital marketing agency for small businesses, startups, scale-ups, independents. We specialise in PR, social, brand, strategy and influencer marketing.
And how did you find out about the class of 2021 exhibition?
It was an email through just the normal Drum newsletters that come through. It's the lucky one that I opened that day. It was timely. It was really good.
That's what caught your eye.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
So, Kathy, thanks for joining us. We are here really to talk about this joint venture between Canon and the Drum. And I think both Canon and Drum are a bit concerned that this really generation could become a lost generation.
What we wanted to do is we wanted to help those students to get transparency towards that creative industry. And the way we decided to do it was actually through the digital platform, through the Creative Class Hub of 2021, and then open that up into the creative industry to find those students and to find that fantastic talent.
On one hand, we wanted to sort of take the idea of the physical degree show, which had been cancelled, and try to do a virtual version of that. But can you give us a bit more of the detail about actually how it worked in practice?
The idea was that basically you have a space. As a student, you can upload your artifacts, you can present yourself, and in the end, what you have is a beautiful picture of like over almost 70 students with their artifacts, with thumbnails of their artifacts, where you can actually then look and see what they have to offer and what's behind what they've created.
So one of the things that you received was a printed student pack.
Yeah.
How did you feel when that arrived?
Well, first of all, it's adorable. It was such a good morning when this came in the post because I had sort of forgotten about it since submitting it. And then when it came, I saw the little Canon sign at the bottom of the envelope and me and my mom opened it together. And it was just so special because one, I love anything with my name on it. I didn't really know what it would look like, and to have the individual sheets, it just made it even more better because I knew that I'd be able to one day present these to people and then also lay it out as a whole. Just having something physically to hand, being able to show my mom even, it just made myself so proud to see my work just physically.
Now, let's have a look at the exhibition itself. So how did you find the user experience, sort of the way that it was broken down? So we had like the work.
Yeah, I really loved the categories, so you could filter by each of them. And then also when you click on, you can actually go and view more about the work, about the campaign, how well have they designed it, but also how well can they write and explain and articulate their thinking behind it as well.
In such a short amount of words as well.
Yeah, exactly.
It's actually using the data that is relevant to that particular user and being able to turn that into something, be it a digital message or a printed message.
You just can't take away from the experience of having something printed in your hand and feeling the quality of the paper and just It's just different experience to seeing something online. There's something really lovely about having an excuse to get away from your laptop. And, you know, even the drum magazines, you know, I've just moved house and there's like loads of them that I've still kept for whatever reason, I don't know, but you never know when you just want to have that moment to yourself to read back on some of them. So there is definitely, there's definitely still a role for it, which is great because obviously everyone is now thinking about right here, right now, digital, quick, fast, you know, throw away, almost disposable content in a way, but there's something that's really long lasting about print.
And I also think the kids themselves or the students taking part were probably really thrilled to receive physical printouts of their work, because I'm sure many of them probably would never have seen that work in physical form before.
Introducing, if you like, print as a completely new concept to like that generation, and it was just actually so lovely to see the feedback that we got from them, because one of the ideas with the personalized student print pack was that they would have something to show a potential employer or somebody they would potentially like to market themselves towards. That's actually the way they perceived it as well. It's almost like a business card, and this was just such a lovely refresher.
I've always thought of print as sort of that main point, but this just makes me sort of realise print is definitely not dead. There's so much value in print, and also just holding print. It just gives you that feeling, like that sort of visceral experience.
What was interesting was the themes that were coming through, you know, and you see that this is a generation who are very into the societal themes, environmental themes, you know, speaking out. And I think that was very striking, actually, to see how strongly they feel about certain things and how they put it out there with their art and with their creativity.
There was so much that people were drawing on from their own personal experiences and turning that into something really amazing and creative. I just loved seeing their spin on just everyday things that they've experienced and just turning that into something that's, you know, really amazing.
Now, there was one piece of work that caught your eye in the exhibition. Can you tell us a little bit about that, and, you know, what action did you take as a result?
Yeah, so there was one particular student that took on a brief surrounding body positivity, and it was a full 360 campaign. She designed her own font, she created an out-of-home ad, she'd created tube ads going up the escalators. She had considered every single touch point at that particular time. Whilst we were looking, we knew we were looking for a future, not so distant future, but you know, maybe in about 6 months' time we'd be ready to engage with her and bring her on as some help.
That's brilliant. Well, that's certainly what we hope to achieve with the exhibition, was to connect.
About the Class of 2021 exhibition, all the work of the students were amazing. I think in the future we should carry on just showcasing our students and helping them get in, because it is hard to get in, and this was a great way of making our names known.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Emma.
Thank you very much.